What is that? Yo, I can't hear you over the sound of chainsaws. But yes, we are back. Another seasonal anime review starting off. This season is so stacked, bro. Chainsaw Man, Spy Family, Mob Psycho, so much shit. A lot of shonens coming out. A lot of continuations of other seasons. The slice of life genre is solid. A lot of cool isekais, fantasy shows, as well as cute girls doing cute things. There's so many animes I like this season. I'm here to review all of them. And of course, starting off with Chainsaw Man episode 1. I'm not going to talk about the story too much. Everything is just self-explanatory. I'm just going to say if you're an anime only, look out for spoilers. This is just a shonen anime on crack. Starting off seeing Denji just like doing things, the whole setup, all the environments are so clean. Characters look so cool. And then we get the OP. Nothing jammed harder this season than this OP. It's such a banger. It reminds me of Peace Sign from My Hero. This is pretty much the same artist, Kenshi Yonsu. So yeah, this one's called Kickback. And I could just spend like at least an hour just talking about the OP, all these like movie references, the whole soundtrack, seeing the squad hang out, Makima in tow, just like everyone's like watching movies together, just like all these movie references while they're watching. We see good amounts of fan service, all these characters showing up. So I'm definitely really excited to watch this anime. The episode 1 hype has like delivered, and pretty much yeah, we got Chainsaw Man. This is a 12 episode anime, so we don't have like a 2-core or anything. Instead of like speed running 4 or 5 chapters per episode to like finish up, it's like they're going slowly. So our main cast, it'll probably take up until 3 episodes until we like meet Power and everyone. But yeah, I love the pacing here because it's like they're taking their time, they're showing details, they're adding cool character moments. Just Denji talking with Pochita, it just feels so good. Basically Denji, he's a poor dude, he's in debt, he's working with his demon Pochita, like a chainsaw devil, and then they're kind of like getting money, cutting trees, and hunting devils. He's literally selling his internal organs. All he can eat for dinner is a piece of bread. But yeah, him and Pochita, they're still happy together. But then things kind of get bad because the boss he was working for, he kind of made a deal with the zombie devil, and now he wants to kill devil hunters. So yeah, he targets Denji. Denji instantly gets murdered, and what happens? So we get a flashback of him talking to Pochita. He's like, Pochita, if I die, can you take my body for me? Just like live my dreams, becoming a normal person. But then Pochita, he's the homie. He's like, Denji, I'll give you my heart, and then you can live on. So yeah, Denji doesn't die, he lives. And he gets super chainsaw powers. Although I gotta say, if you hate CGI, yeah, you'll probably get sick of this first episode. All the action scenes are CGI, all the characters are CGI. It's pretty much fine and clean, but then when you get into like some gritty action, it feels a bit choppy. So I guess you gotta deal with that. This fight with the zombie devil wasn't like too amazing. The sound effects were nice though. The chainsaw sound effects, the burr burr, I love it. And everything else in this anime was perfect and amazing. So I have a feeling on like which moment this 12 episode show will end on, but yeah, I'm not gonna spoil anything. The animators are working their asses off, I love it. And yeah, we just gotta get more. 1 episode is not enough. So yeah, Chainsaw Man Tuesdays, we're out here. Also after that, we gotta analyze an important detail. So this first episode drop, we see Makima. So there's some controversy online. Did they nerf Makima's ass or not? So over here, it's kind of hard to tell because she's literally wearing a trench coat. So all we have to base this off on is the OP. And there's also like concept art for the characters that drop. So her chest isn't that nerfed at all, but the ass, it doesn't look too promising. But yeah, we'll just wait until next episode to reserve judgment. And yeah, that's it for Chainsaw Man. Hype ass anime. Enjoy the story, my friends. And yeah, this hype is going to be on another level. Spy Family Part 2, episodes 1 to 2. We got a continuation. This anime dropped in spring, 12 episodes, and they're continuing in the fall. They took a break, so we're gonna see more of Anya. She's like really cute. See more of Yor just being the best girl, and Lloyd being like the cool father, just like managing things, balancing his life, his family, everything. So yeah, the family dynamic is very cute, very solid. The show is definitely very hyped, and there's a lot of other shows to stack up against it this season. But the story's just so nice, you just can't go wrong with it. So yeah, the family is already set up, but we're probably gonna meet some more characters this core. So instantly, we start off with the dog arc, because we thought they'd like adopt a dog really soon, give a present to Anya for like getting a star. And the problem is all these dogs out here, they're kind of from Lloyd's agency, so they're kind of like big, strong spy dogs. Anya doesn't want that. She wants a big, cute fluffer. So then conveniently, there's some dudes over here that are trying to start off a war. So they put bombs in these dogs, and their plan is to target the prime minister, which is kind of crazy. So we got this like big ass plot stirring up. You know, it's kind of interesting because in this anime, it's a bit uncomfortable having this war plot line, between West and East. Like, I think we're technically in like anime Germany Right now, it's like a fantasy world. But yeah, the thing is, Russia and Ukraine, that situation is out here. So, the timing, it's like, what can you do? But yeah, I've read the source material, so like nothing really extreme happens after this dog arc. There's more hangouts with the family, and then we meet some new characters. So it'll probably be fine. I'm just doom posting, don't worry about it. But yeah, Spy Family back. Great anime, you know what to expect, just like high quality, very cute, very funny, and also a lot of meme potential. And yeah, we'll see Anya work together with this dog to stop this bomb situation. It looks pretty threatening so far. But yeah, this dog, he can read the future. So if Anya can read the mind of the dog, then Anya can just basically predict the future herself. Pretty overpowered ability for a 5-year-old. But yeah, Spy Family is back, feels as good as ever. More peanuts, more waku waku, more gan. The OP in this season is a banger. We see more of Yor kind of featured in the OP, so maybe we'll learn more about her. And we see some other new characters, this white-haired spy lady, as well as Yor's brother, and then all the like classmates in the school, and the dog. So yeah, Spy Family continues. This is gonna be another top anime of the season. Alright, and now for Mob Psycho 100 Season 3, Episode 1. This anime is insane. Season 3 already. Seasons 1 and 2 are just so high quality. I can't believe how much effort they put in this anime. I love it. And yeah, now we're back with season 3. This anime series is kind of in an interesting spot where it's like, okay, it's high quality, like everyone that watches it highly recommends it, but it doesn't seem to be like that mainstream yet. So it's like both highly overrated and highly underrated at the same time. But yeah, this anime is insane. Episode 1 of this season just like put a smile on my face. We see the more familiar characters hanging out. We're just living life after the events of season 2. So I'm not gonna spoil too much, but yeah, all you gotta know is that Mob, he saved the day again. The umbrella guy joins our team, and now there's this giant broccoli in the middle of the city that might be important to the plot in the future. But yeah, right now it's kind of interesting because we get some school life of Mob. So it's called Mob Psycho. If you don't know, it's like the main dude. He's a mob character, background character. He's not that important, but he does have like overpowered psychic abilities, and it's kind of like in a world where everyone has some type of psychic power, but Mob's power is transcendent above everyone. He's just so good. But he's a passive middle school boy, so he doesn't abuse his power or anything. Mob, he has to fill in his career plans at school, so this is kind of a big problem for him because he doesn't know what he's gonna do in the future. He's working with Reagan in the Spirit Detective Agency, but after that, like, he doesn't know what to do with his future. Like, am I gonna stay here my whole life? Am I gonna, like, get a good job, go to college and everything? So he doesn't know what to do for his career plans. He asks around, he asks his parents, he asks his classmates. We see a lot of like the classmates get introduced again. We see their GPAs next to their names. And after school, Mob hangs out with Reagan. Yeah, Reagan's just so funny. He did a lot of cool overpowered moves in this anime. So while they're in the office together, there's Serizawa. He's like the dude with the umbrella, the bad guy from last season. Now he's working with Reagan as like an underling. So yeah, someone brought in a cursed doll, so he asked Serizawa to exorcise it, which he does, but then the doll's so fragile that the hand breaks. So then Reagan pulling out a cool move, sticky rice. So he sticks the rice as like a glue adhesive, and now the hand is attached back to the doll. Everyone's amazed, like, oh shit, Reagan is that overpowered. I also love the music here, like the Mob soundtrack. We'll see if Mob will go ham and if there's any other cool fight scenes that are going to happen in the future, but goddamn. So after that, we kind of end the episode with one more mission. So Mob, Reagan, and Serizawa, they go visit the shut-in dude. He has like a bunch of garbage and shit in his house. He doesn't really leave home, and he thinks he's like being possessed by a spirit. He's just living life as a shut-in, no goals, and then he's just like so negative. And then his negativity spreads to Mob and Serizawa, who can kind of relate to him, like, oh shit, that could be me one day. And then his negativity infests into like this big ass demon that's like a vengeful spirit, so that everyone's getting infected, but Reagan kind of fights it off. And then he wakes up Mob and Serizawa, and then they all fight it off. And yeah, we end the episode with one funny fight scene. Nothing malicious yet, but goddamn, this anime is amazing. Can't wait to see it progress even more, but I love the balance of psychic fights mixed with Mob's middle school life, developing his character, hanging out, doing slice of life things. So yeah, at the end, Mob realizes what he wants to do with his future, which is not to stay in one place for too long, like try to go around, explore, and discover himself. So I guess Mob wants to have a lot of different life experiences before he kind of makes that decision. So yeah, maybe we'll see more villains in the future. This anime is amazing, highly recommend it. I love the speed that they're animating this series with. It's just, we're at season 3 already. Every season such high quality, so yeah, cannot wait. Okay, so for Blue Lock episode 1, this is an exciting new soccer anime that dropped, sports anime. I've read a bit about the source material. It's pretty wild, but goddamn, this first episode was very solid. A lot of like cool characters. Voice acting was amazing. The music was nice. Animation was sick. And yeah, what is it about? Well, we kind of start off in the beginning with our main character Isagi. He's kind of in his high school soccer team. He's a striker, and they're trying to make it to nationals, but they got to beat the other team. So he has the ball in tow, running to the goal. The team is down 0-1. So if he makes the goal right now, he can tie the game, and then they can continue, have a chance to win. The issue comes when there's like two people on him, on his left and right. So he decides to pass it because his teammate is wide open and he has a free lane to the goal. So instead of shooting, he passes it to the teammate. His teammate kicks it. It hits the side of the goalpost and just bounces off. And then the other team scores. They lose 0-2. So then, yeah, he's kind of sad. He's like a bit realistic. Like, okay, yeah, we're not the best team. So everyone's kind of crying and sad. They're still like really positive though. They're like, okay, even though like we lost this time, we're still like the best high school team ever. I'm proud of you guys and everything. The coach was really positive. But yeah, Isagi, he's just like really far from accomplishing his dream of becoming the best. Like every main character, this dude, so his goal, he wants to win the World Cup. That's a pretty big goal by him. We also see there's this white-haired dude, Kira. He's the striker of the team that he lost to. So after a disappointing round where he didn't get to make the nationals, he gets a letter addressed to him. His parents are also there. They were like pretty positive to him. They're like supportive of him playing soccer, even though they don't know too much about it. So even though he lost, they're still pretty positive. It's from like a prestigious soccer program. So he's not sure what it means, but he's invited. And he sees Kira is also invited. And basically they're inside this strange facility. And there's 300 total people inside of here. So Isagi and Kira, they're kind of confused. Like, oh, what's happening? They're also famous Japanese high school players that are also strikers. So they got 300 strikers inside of here. Why are they in this strange facility? What's their purpose? Well, we see this dude in a suit giving us the rundown. He wants Japan to win the World Cup. So how do you do it? PEDs? Steroids? More skill, more soccer programs? No, we need a psychotic striker. Kind of mentally create him inside of this Blue Lock laboratory. So on top of the bodies of 300 people, one striker will emerge. So goddamn, you thought this was a sports anime? It kind of still is, but it's more of a survival game. So these dudes, their lives aren't on the line, but basically they're gonna get eliminated until there's one left to become the best striker, who's gonna be like invited to be part of the World Cup. I'm not sure how World Cup qualifications work, but yeah, sure, I guess this is one way to pick a team. So the reason he's only focused on strikers is because the other positions like goalie, forward, defender, you can kind of learn through experience and practice. Becoming a striker is more of being like a psychopath. Like you have to literally become greedy, selfish, like, oh, like I'm gonna hard carry, I'm Ronaldo, Messi, like I leave my teammates second, it's all about me. So he kind of wants to instill that mentality on all these strikers until one appears as the best. So yeah, we got all these skilled people, like this whole archetype of players that are like really funny and quirky. A lot of testosterone pouring into this anime has got a lot of like cool high school people. And as you expect in anime, there's a lot of cool character designs. There's dudes with different colored hair. So our main character Isagi, he doesn't shy away from the competition. So Blue Lock is like this soccer facility where it's just like you live, breathe soccer 24/7. That's all you do. You can't leave either. You can't visit your family or anything. Once you're here, you're stuck until you're eliminated or win. So what happens if you're eliminated? Nothing too bad. You don't die. But basically, you're not allowed to play for Japan ever. So you can like play for high school, but you can't go to nationals and you can't join the professional teams. So for a lot of people, this is like really heartbreaking because they're like the star of their school. So if they lose here, their like soccer dreams in the future are gonna get crushed. It's also kind of funny because these dudes are joining Blue Lock. Aren't their family and teammates gonna be concerned? Like, oh, where did this dude go? He just disappeared straight up. So yeah, it's kind of interesting. These guys are gonna play like different games. It's a crazy ass plotline just to find one person being skilled enough. But the dude that's kind of setting things up, he looks kind of like a crazy mad scientist. So maybe his plan makes sense. And yeah, the first episode was also pretty intense because on top of all that setup, one character got eliminated already. So then Isagi's team, Kira is also in it. And there's also like maybe 8 other people here. So there's like 10 people in this room total. And our first challenge is like a game of tag. So basically one person is it with the soccer ball and then you have to peg other people with the soccer ball. So you basically have 2 minutes not to be it. And it's just like a game of tag out here with soccer. So then it's pretty simple so far because like everyone's just like picking on the weakest person, so they just like avoid him. The issue is people start playing dirty and start like kicking and fighting each other. So the only rule is that you can't use your hands, but you could also beat other people up and play dirty. So Isagi gets hit and now he's it. And the thing is, while he's trying to pick on the weaker dude because he kind of twisted his ankle, he realizes that if I peg the weakest dude, I'm not going to get any stronger. I have to fight, go after the strongest guy. And then other people kind of like take the soccer ball intentionally because they want to go after the strongest guy, which is Kira. So and Kira has a target on his back. He's just running away. And then one of the other dudes kind of like throws a pass to Isagi. And Isagi kicks the ball at Kira's head. And Kira gets eliminated already. We end the episode there. But damn, this soccer scene was sick. We see people just doing like martial arts while playing soccer. Animation is nice. Music is insane. And I think this is going to be a 24 episode show. So yeah, we'll see what Blue Lock got in store for us. Okay, so for Eminence in Shadow, episode 1. Wow, what a strange new anime. This is so interesting. It seems like the main soundtrack for this anime is Moonlight Sonata, so the rest of this review will have it played because, yo, it is a copyright-free soundtrack. So they made the first episode so tropey, it felt like a parody, kind of. So, yeah, I don't know what this anime is going to be about. Is it an isekai? Is it high school romance? So this is what happens. Our main character, his name is Kageno. This dude, he wears ankle and wrist weights IRL just to get stronger. He sits in the corner of the classroom, the edgy main character corner. He literally says in one of the fights, "Oh, I'll use my true power now." So this dude, he's a living trope. This whole anime just feels like someone's playing a joke on me. Like, what? Is this a real show? Yeah, this is how it goes. So we meet our main girl, Nishino. She's just hanging out in high school, and there's like this dude that she hates, which is Kageno, the main character. So he's kind of edgy. He has like this big bag full of weapons, but no one seems to question him. And he sits in a corner of class, not really talking to anyone. Nishino is like the school idol. She's like really popular. Everyone loves her. So then she kind of has like this trauma in her past where she got like kidnapped and molested one time when she was younger, which is like really heavy. So she just like puts like a mask in front of everyone to kind of like hide everything. So she's really positive in school, trying to hide her inner thoughts. But yeah, after that one night when she's walking home, her chauffeur, he got injured or something, so he didn't pick up. So she's walking home by herself and she gets kidnapped. It's like a whole setup. So yeah, the kidnappers are just like these random dudes that want money from her family. And then one of them is about to molest her. When Kageno, he comes out in the shadows and starts to fight the bad guys. And he kind of explains his like motivation. So he wants to be a hero, but he doesn't want to be like the main kind of smiling heroes. He wants to be an invincible hero in the shadows. He doesn't want anyone to know that he exists, but he just wants to be really strong and like invincible basically. So this is kind of how he's training himself. He like fights a lot of delinquents and stuff, and now he's like rescuing people from being kidnapped. So his power level right now, he's kind of strong. He can fight like soldiers, and then his weapon seems to be 2 crowbars. So he's like, yo, don't underestimate the crowbar. The L shape, it can be used to fuck you up, grab things, and it's pretty convenient to carry as a weapon. So he rescues Nishino from being kidnapped. He destroys both the kidnappers, and yeah, he runs away in the shadows. The girl does not know his name. So yeah, that's very cute. Our main girl and main boy, they seem to be like almost really close. Like this is a good starting point for them to kind of like bolster their relationship. Or is it? Because then the next day, Kageno gets hit by a car and he gets isekai'd. So this dude, he wanted to be strong, he wanted to be invincible. So I'm not sure if this was his plan or anything, if he wanted to get isekai'd, but he does. And here he has this whole squad of girls running with him. So it's just him and like 20 girls just like fighting bad guys in the shadows. Some of them are animal girls and some of them are just like random hot blonde girls, and then we got black haired girls. There's like so many characters dropped at us at the end of this episode. It was really funny. So it is kind of confusing where this anime will end up. I'm really excited to watch more of it because yeah, I know it's an isekai. I know it's kind of like comedy themed, so the fact that it's so tropey, this first episode was on purpose, definitely. And I'm just curious to see more. What our main character will do, he seems so toony. But yeah, Eminence and Shadow, definitely a very interesting anime this season. Okay, so for Uzaki Wants to Hang Out, Season 2. Holy shit, Season 2 of this anime. It released in summer 2020, I think. And goddamn, we got another season drop in right here. This is the biggest, most slice of life anime ever, with like a bunch of fan service sprinkled in. It was very boring when you watched it. It's like you watch one episode, you see them all basically. The plot and the punchlines in this anime is that these two characters, Uzaki and Sakurai, they should hang out. They clearly like each other, but Uzaki keeps teasing him all the time about being a loner. Yeah, that's the whole plot. And Uzaki has big titties, so there's a lot of fan service moments with her. But there's something endearing about this anime compared to other like similar popular manga series like Nagatoro and Komi-san, where these characters are in college, which makes it a bit more interesting. It gives them a bit more freedom to do more things. So in the first episode, we see most of the main characters. So Uzaki teasing Sakurai. She's kind of sad that summer vacation is over, so she has to actually study again. But then she kind of cheers up when Sakurai comes back, and then they start teasing each other, slapping each other in the back and fighting. So then a lot of cute stuff happens in this first episode. They work in the cafe together. They see that Ami-chan wants to put sexy outfits on Sakurai and Uzaki. So Ami got like 10 times more horny this season, it feels like. She's just like supply dropping the fan service on us. We see her trying to put sexy maid outfits on Uzaki, but it's kind of funny. Uzaki got a bit self-aware. She's like, isn't this kind of weird? Like, it's hard to work in these tight outfits. Like, you're being kind of creepy on me. So I thought that whole fan service scene was funny. And then we end the first episode with Uzaki and Sakurai kind of sleeping next to each other on a bench because they were both tired staying up playing video games together. The thing is, since they slept together on the bench, they kind of like rolled their bodies toward each other. So now it's like Sakurai spooning Uzaki and hugging her while they're both asleep, and then everyone's just like taking pictures of them. So this couple just gotta get together, but before they do, we'll have a lot more teasing moments. After that, in episode 2, it's more of the same. Nothing like super interesting, but you know, like the regular plot goes on, just like a soccer episode where Sakurai just like uses his inner strength to like defeat everyone in the soccer game. And then after that, Sakurai visits Uzaki's house to see her mom because he wants to like prepare noodles, and then she's like really good at teaching him how to cook. Also, Uzaki's mom has a big misunderstanding with her daughter and Sakurai. So we'll see more of that as the season continues. Also, we get some previews of some more characters that'll come. Uzaki's family, so she does have a little brother and a little sister. So it's probably going to be funny to see more of them. They all seem to have their own misunderstandings going on. And yeah, this anime continues. It's very cute. The jokes are really repetitive, so it's not that funny, but there's a lot of fan service moments. Popular slice of life manga series. If you like the big titties, the short-haired girl, then, you know, be my guest, watch it. Okay, so for Management of a Novice Alchemist, episodes 1 to 2. So yeah, we get an alchemy anime with some cute girls hanging out, kind of fantasy adventure show. It's pretty chill. I really love it. So yeah, on the surface, this anime seems like, oh, just another background anime, you know, nothing really special or interesting about it. But yeah, like, I'm a fan of the Atelier series, and this is basically kind of like an Atelier Nuts type of story, which is one of my favorites because it's about a girl just like trying to do alchemy just to survive in this harsh world. She needs money, her parents kind of abandoned her type of thing. So our main character Sarasa, it's just like really tough for her. So it starts off with her being really young. She has the hentai protagonist haircut, and yeah, basically life is suffering for her. She has a loving family, and then they run like this successful shop, but one day they were trying to do like a delivery, and they got murdered by bandits. God damn, if that wasn't hard enough, some of the townspeople, they take ownership of her land. So they take the deed of her house and shop, and now she gets orphaned. So then yeah, Sarasa's kind of mentally broken. So then she just like studies a lot. She like absorbs herself in her books, just doesn't talk to anyone. And yeah, this is why she wants to become successful, have enough money to run her own business so she can have a shop like her parents. That's her goal. So then she kind of fast tracks her goal because one day in the orphanage, like this alchemy teacher comes in and kind of inspires Sarasa to learn alchemy. So yeah, life's looking good for her. We're kind of like speed running through this. So yeah, she spends 5 years learning alchemy, just training. She's like 14 years old right now, taking the alchemy promotion exam in school. And if you fail this exam, you're not allowed to be an alchemist anymore. So it's like that serious. They have to make kind of like this high level potion. The thing is, all of her ingredients, none of them are like the correct ingredients to make a correct potion. So she thinks this is like a trick question on the test. Instead of making like a high level potion, she has to make like an extreme advanced level potion, like insane out of the box thinking with like a lot of magical power she has to imbue inside of it. So yeah, she's using her alchemy skills to like kind of make a super potion. And she does it. She makes it successfully. So it was a lot of hard work. She's strained because she had to use a lot of her magic to kind of control it. But yeah, she succeeds and becomes an alchemist. It's later revealed that the test administrators, they accidentally gave her the wrong ingredients. They swapped and mixed up. So yo, this girl fighting against all odds just to become successful. This anime really does a good job in making me care for the character because it's like, goddamn, she's going through all this suffering. I just want to see her be happy. So Sarasa graduates and becomes a good alchemist. She has like an alchemy teacher with her as well, Ophelia. And there's kind of like a Yuri vibe around her relationship. So yeah, Sarasa, she wants her goal to like open up her own atelier basically. So then Ophelia kind of like helps her buy land. The issue is Sarasa, she's like really young, so she wasn't really sure this was her goal. She was like, oh, can't I work with you first? Like, you know, I'm just 14, I'm kind of inexperienced. You can handle it by yourself, don't worry. So Sarasa, she's fighting odds again. Her teacher's about to abandon her and make her fend for herself. So it's not that hostile. Like, even though Sarasa's like going through all these hardships, it's like the environment's still pretty fun. funny. But yeah, Sarasa gets her own atelier at like this abandoned kind of workshop. That's how she got it really cheap. And there's a lot of rare ingredients around her forest. The issue is the actual shop is run down. It's like covered in vines and muck. So she has to kind of clean the workshop before she even starts. So it's going to be a lot of hard work kind of renovating her living space. But then Ophelia tells her that she'll pay for any rare ingredients. So Sarasa doesn't really have to worry about money too much. It's just that her life being an alchemist is going to take a bit of work just to get started. So really solid kind of fantasy slice of life environment we have out here. There's going to be a lot of girl characters. I love seeing an anime about alchemy, seeing these alchemist girls wear funny hats as they're kind of like adventuring, gathering ingredients, and making potions. Okay, so for Bocchi the Rock episode 1, it's kind of like cute girls doing cute things, a bit like K-On! But our main girl, she's a bit quiet, shy, introverted, has extreme social anxiety. Bro, she just like me for real, for real. So this is what it's about. We start off with the pink-haired girl. She's lonely. She doesn't really have many friends. Every time in school, she doesn't really talk to anyone. She's always picked last. She doesn't mention herself, put herself out there. So she's just content living her life being introverted. It's just easier for her. But then one day she sees on TV there's like a rock band playing, and one of the rock band dudes, he does an interview where he's like, I used to be introverted and shy, but ever since I started playing music and joining a band, that all started breaking away and now I'm more open. So Hitori thinks, oh hey, if I practice music, maybe I can join a band, and now like my school life will be better, I'll make more friends. So yeah, she's training in music just to have an avenue to find friends. It's very cute. Hopefully it works out for her. Also, her parents kind of set her up to fail. Another anime character named Hitori, similar to Hitori Bocchi, where they're both kind of destined to be alone. But yeah, this pink-haired Hitori, she's trying to make the best out of it. So she starts training in music. And then as she's like learning guitar in her closet, we get a 3-year time skip. Nothing has changed. Her whole middle school life, she has not made a single friend. No one has kind of like talked to her about music or anything. And she starts cringing, slamming her head at all the crazy stuff she's done. So it's kind of rough because she's just too shy to put herself out there. She wants other people to approach her first. So the fact that no one does it, she's just stuck in this loop of not making friends. However, it's not all bad. Because since she's practiced music so much, her guitar, she uploads her videos. She has 30,000 subscribers on her video platform. Wow, that's pretty successful. People love commenting on her videos like, oh, your music gave me inspiration. I'm gonna play this in my middle school band. And then yeah, Hitori, she guides others to a treasure she cannot possess. So then she's thinking, yo, maybe high school life will be different. Maybe I'll put myself out there finally. So yeah, she goes to high school, but yeah, no one's talking to her. Nothing has changed. So she realizes, what if I like make myself look like an actual musician? So she brings her guitar to school, and then she wears like a bunch of like wristbands and rocker apparel, try to make herself look like a cool musician girl. But yeah, still no one kind of talks to her. So yeah, mission failed. Although we see some girls in the hallway kind of like acknowledging her. So yeah, maybe she'll meet some friends in the future. Our super relatable main character cannot make friends. So yeah, she walks home, hangs out at the public park. Oh, and she finally found an extroverted friend. This was all that she was waiting for. Someone that actually talks to her and becomes her friend, makes the first move. So it's this blonde-haired girl, Nichika. She's the drummer for the rock band. And then she's like, oh, pink-haired girl, our guitarist dropped out last second. We need you to play a gig at this underground venue. And don't worry, no pressure. It's just a bunch of classmates showing up, nothing big. And then Hitori, she doesn't know how to respond. So she's like, I don't know. But then, yeah, the girl drags her anyway. So yeah, it's a good opportunity for her. So she sees a lot of new characters in this venue. It's kind of like a cool black warehouse with a bunch of musicians. So they're playing in this 3-woman rock band. So it's Hitori on the guitar, there's Yamada who's like playing the bass, and then Nichiko who's playing the drums. So yeah, all 3 girls are practicing first, and it's Hitori's first gig, so she's a bit nervous, but yeah, she's playing, and then she's like, oh yeah, I got 30k subs, you know, it's easy, I'll just like, you know, play. Yeah, the issue comes when they play together, it's not good, and it's kind of Hitori's fault. So she just shrivels up and dies, because it's like, this is her one opportunity. She practiced music so much, and then yeah, she just shrivels up and dies. And we get the end credits. Anime ends there. Yo, psych, they hit us with the end credits. This anime is amazing. The comedic timing and all the cute girls doing cute things, it just flows so well. But yeah, after that gag, we realized that the reason that she's not playing that well is because when you play in a band with other people, you kind of have to match the rhythm. So she's kind of like being nervous, not making eye contact, so she's going super fast. So yeah, that's the main reason they're not vibing well together. So yeah, music has a lot of different social aspects as well. So their solution: put Hitori in a box. So yeah, Hitori's just jamming the guitar in her box. She's ready to go. And then they give her a nickname, so they call her Bocchi-chan. So yeah, the title right there, Bocchi the Rock, let's go. She's playing the music. But yeah, after her first gig is done, you know, it's kind of like not as successful as she wanted. So she wants to keep practicing. She wants to make more friends in high school, so it'll help her break out of her shell. So yeah, she gives herself more assignments to do to try to succeed in this band and also help herself in her future. So great first episode, very solid setup, showing us all these characters, very cute. We want to see Bocchi win. At least for me, this girl is so relatable. Cute girls doing cute things genre, slice of life fans, we're eating well this season. This is another solid anime. I didn't expect to love this anime so much, but I do. Okay, so for Mobile Suit Gundam, The Witch from Mercury, episodes 1 to 2. It's a pretty solid mecha anime. You know Gundam, it is the mecha franchise. But yeah, this anime is very solid so far. I guess mainly because the main character is kind of like this quirky red-haired girl, The Witch from Mercury, who's doing a lot these past 2 episodes. So real quick, if you do need a rundown on like the Gundam story, if I need to know like any other of the past series to watch this one, you kind of don't. And there's this Reddit user, IC2Flyer, who kind of sums it up better than I can. So I'm not sure where in the timeline this is exactly, but we're following our main girl, Suletta. She has like this giant Gundam suit that she's like really attached to, and then she's like really adept at piloting it, and she's from Mercury. So she transfers into this futuristic Gundam school where I guess they learn how to fight and battle. The thing is, before she transfers in, she sees like this random girl floating in space. So she actually rescues her because she thinks she's gonna die. That girl, we learn, is this white-haired girl, Miorine. She kind of has like this white penis-shaped head. But yeah, basically she wanted to escape because she's like in this arranged marriage. It's kind of hard for her because yeah, she has to go back to the school getting tormented. So then Miorine kind of forces Suletta to take responsibility, whatever that means. So yeah, we follow our main character Suletta as she arrives into school. So it's like a really nice school. We see all these Gundam suits, a lot of like classmates trying to introduce themselves to her. And the fact that she's from Mercury, everyone's kind of like wants to get to know her. The issue comes when like she's like really awkward and just like quiet and shy since she's never been to like a school before. And it kind of affects her when she realizes the rules in the school is that you solve everything through force. So that's how Miorine was forced in an arranged marriage. Like she also lost this battle. There's this dude Guel that she lost a duel to, and now she has to marry him. He's the top dude in the class. So then Suletta kind of challenges him to a duel. She's like, no, you can't do that. And then she's about to fight her first fight in this episode. And then the thing is, Miorine kind of takes her Gundam suit. So then Suletta's like, what? And then Miorine can't control it. So Suletta kind of drives in the middle of the battle and then swaps herself inside the suit and fights Guel himself. So yeah, she beats him very easily. Her Gundam seems pretty overpowered because that's like a bunch of guns. Guel has this giant spear, but she can just summon a bunch of guns and a sword. So yeah, her Gundam can do a lot. Very versatile. So we'll see what else it can do in the future. But yeah, she's super strong so far, really skilled. And her Gundam, it seems to have some like personal attachment to her. And there's a prologue to the season, which is kind of interesting. It shows a little bit about her backstory and parents. Very cool first episode because it showed off Suletta, the witch from Mercury, making her presence known. The issue comes when, since she beat him, we realized that, yo, Gundams are illegal. And Suletta Mercury, her victory gets disqualified. And Gundams are illegal because they kind of explode or manipulate your mind, so like super dangerous. But then Suletta's like, wait, this is not a Gundam. This is an aerial. So like aerials are what all the other people are piloting. But yeah, just like the whole board of people, there's like this whole political business thing going on. So yeah, we spent the second episode trying to rescue Suletta. We saw in the prologue that a Gundam did explode when she was a baby. That was like her dad that died. But yeah, definitely an interesting show. It has a good amount of lore behind it. The music is nice. The characters are fun. And we'll see if this mecha show keeps on with the hype. Now for My Hero Academia, Season 6, Episodes 1 to 2. We're at Season 6. This anime, where did the time go? Season 5 I thought was so disappointing. It was a big 24 episode season, but story-wise, basically everyone in school was fighting. There was like a big Class A versus Class B part. And the second half was like set up with the League of Villains. There were some cool fight scenes, but overall it was like a sleeper season that like definitely didn't do too much. I think the big thing, we see the League of Villains, Shigaraki was like unleashing his power a bit more. Now it kind of spreads even farther. And then Toga did like some cool badass fight scene. So yeah, those were the highlights of Season 5. So Season 6 seems to be starting off with a bang though, because we literally got all the heroes converged together, doing one mission to target all the Nomus, and rush the League of Villain headquarters at the same time. So we literally have all the pro heroes teamed up together. None of them are patrolling the streets, they're going to raid the villains, and some of the other heroes are going to target the mad scientists creating the Nomus. So yeah, get ready for another season of shonen anime. My Hero seems to be pretty consistent. The music, OPs, and EDs are nice. People seem to have differing opinions on like what's gonna happen, so I'm not a source reader. I know some stuff, like I know some characters. Oh, this is the final season before it gets really bad. Some people are like, oh, just skip the rest, it's not good. Some people are like, yo, this shit gets hype, so keep watching. My opinions on My Hero is that the story is pretty weak compared to other shonen animes. If Deku's power evolves even more, that'd be really cool, because we saw in season 5 his one for all, it turned into socialism, not communism. So now he has even more quirks on top of his one for all quirk. He has all the past one for all quirks that he can also use. So who knows what's gonna happen. Overall though, it seems solid. We see like more characters being shown off because literally all the heroes are going on the raid. We see Endeavor flaming all these Nomu, so he's the number 1 pro hero right now for a reason. And also we see Mirko, so she's the bunny hero. Her quirk is rabbit, so she basically has the powers of a rabbit, just like enhanced in human form. So what does that mean? She can just jump really high. She has really strong leg muscles. I love seeing her in these first 2 episodes because she's just jumping around, soloing all these Nomu, spinning with her legs. So she don't even need arms. She needs to teach Deku how to use her legs to kick. And yeah, we'll see what's gonna happen. You know, all these villains with their powers. We'll see if the heroes are gonna do anything. If there's gonna be a big showdown, if there's gonna be bodies flying, if people are gonna die. I guess we'll see. And this is gonna be another big season, so 25 episodes, I think it's confirmed. So yeah, goddamn, stay strapped in. Okay, so for Bleach, the 1,000-Year Blood War, episode 1. Oh my god, it's back. Someone pinch me. Yeah, Bleach got announced, and now it's like back here after like how many years? Who knows? Maybe 1,000 years, it feels like. But yeah, it's aired finally. It's pretty sick. I'm not sure how many episodes it'll have in total, but yeah, goddamn, it's gonna be another long-ass season. Maybe a lot of content being packed in. If you haven't caught up to Bleach at all, if you just want to watch this, here's like the quick rundown summary. So it's kind of like Supernatural, fighting demons, sending their souls into heaven. We got Soul Reapers doing their job, similar to like Jujutsu Kaisen, I guess. You've probably seen the main dude Ichigo as like the orange-haired dude with the sword. And yeah, basically they were fighting. There was a lot of filler between everything, which is like pretty typical with these long shonens. But yeah, the quality kind of like went down, so I don't think a lot of people kept up with it either. Basically, yeah, they went to the Soul Society, which is like the heaven of the world. And there Ichigo and his whole squad, they fought Aizen. It was like, bro, he was one of the best villains ever. Like, I get shivers. Like, I wish I could watch it for the first time again. Like, it felt so sick. But yeah, basically Ichigo, he kind of like beats him, big ass battle, and then he loses his powers. And then after that, I didn't keep up that much. But yeah, there was like another arc after that where like Ichigo was trying to regain his powers and he gets betrayed by a bunch of people, but then his friends rescue him. And then yeah, it's all good in the end. So yeah, over here the world seems to be saved as of now. Nothing too bad is happening. We're just fighting spirits as usual. But yeah, there might be a big war showing up, this blood war. So yeah, it's really fun to see Ichigo and the squad showing up again. Ori, Hime, Sado, Ishida, all the characters. The OST of this first episode went so hard, really loved it. Yeah, hopefully the animation delivers. The enemies look like pretty decent so far, a bit of CGI, but in the end it feels really good to see Bleach out here again. So yeah, definitely got this on my watch list. Okay, so for Reincarnated as a Sword, episodes 1 to 2. So just another light novel-based isekai. It's kind of following a trend where people get reincarnated as an inanimate object. But at least he's not reincarnated as a sex organ, because that'd be kind of weird. His origin story doesn't matter, like how he got hit by a car or whatever. So he just immediately turns into a sword, and then he like sits on a sheath in the middle of like this field. So I guess he's waiting for someone to pick him up, because I guess swords need owners. The thing is, he has the ability to levitate. So he has magical sword powers and he's just flying through the air. And then he's just like slicing goblins up and then just like training by himself, solo leveling. So yeah, we got this magic flying sword. Kind of like a big standard broadsword with like a golden sheath and kind of like a blue metallic sheen. So yeah, he's doing his thing. Probably going to be overpowered. Don't worry about him too much. The main point is that we got a cat girl as the sword owner. So she's kind of like this black-haired cat girl with like a slave outfit. She's a slave. And then one day their kind of supplies get ambushed by giant monsters, which is kind of like the sword's fault because he like keeps attacking all these giant monsters. So like the monsters keep coming inwards. Anyway, the sword gets stuck in the ground because it like kind of absorbs magic. So the girl, her name is Fran. She kind of pulls the sword out as she's trying to defend herself from these giant monsters. And then, yeah, she immediately gets, like, most of the sword's abilities. And now Fran, using the power of the sword, defeats all these villains and becomes our main fantasy protagonist. So she can actually talk to the sword because the sword can communicate telepathically. And then she names the sword Master, Shisho. So, yeah, that's it. We're hanging out with the sword. This anime is not too good. It seems very standard. The like turning into a sword is not that interesting. This cat girl, she's not really that interesting. Like she's cute and like a bit emotionless, but that's pretty much all she got going for her besides being like super strong. So yeah, episode 2 rolls around. They kind of join the Adventurers Guild to get money. The thing is they have to go through like some big trial. They have to fight some dude to become an adventurer. But you already know she's overpowered, so none of these trials matter. We get some lore about the cat people where they have to train really hard to evolve. It's kind of different from other races because they have to push themselves, do Spartan-ass training. And then the thing is, no one in her race, the black cats, have evolved. So she kind of wants to be the first one, I guess. Her parents kind of killed themselves by overworking. So yeah, this cat girl wants to get strong. The sword is giving her powers. They're going to go around together, do isekai fantasy adventures, get money, get paid, save people, and then journey together in this fantasy world. So I'll probably not watch the rest of this anime, but it is an isekai that exists this season. Okay, so for the beast tamer who got kicked out of his party and meets a cat girl from a superior race. So yeah, this is a light novel based show. It's basically about a monster tamer, which seems to be like a pretty common role now. We're getting an anime, we're just seeing more monster tamer animes. So I guess this class is kind of like flavor of the month, pretty popular now. So yeah, this is what happens. We meet our main character. His name is Rain, and then he gets kicked from his party. He's a beast tamer, and his party thinks he's useless because all he can do is like carry luggage and maybe scout ahead using like birds and squirrels. So he can't really fight himself. He's like really weak. So his party just like thinks he's useless and kicks him out. They're a bunch of bitches. So then what does he do? He's like, I can't let this get me down. I'm gonna keep going on my adventures. So then he meets this cat girl, Kanade. He's kind of like this red-haired cat girl who's like fighting this monster, and then in the end she's like really hungry. So Rain kind of helps her out and gives her food. And then the thing is, cat girls are super rare in this world where they're like super powerful. So then Rain, he decides to make a contract with the cat girl using his beast tamer powers. And then the cat girl's so confident that she won't get tamed because yeah, they're like really strong. But then Rain, he's not your average main character. He's super powerful. He's the chosen beast tamer. And yeah, they become friends. She basically joins his party and now she's like calling him master and stuff. So yeah, I guess the animal people in this world love to get tamed. So yeah, basically Rain, he went from the bottom to the top instantly. That cat girl like enhances his strength in battle, and now he's like becoming a cool main character, showing off the other party who's boss. But yeah, this anime is like pretty boring, pretty standard. Like the animal girls are cute, but you know, it has nothing really besides that going for it. We'll see if more animal girls join his party, because the interesting thing here is that he can control multiple animals at once, and the average person can only use it like on one animal at a time. And then Rain thinks this is normal because everyone in his village could do that. So that seems kind of interesting. Does Rain have superpowered animal blood inside of him? We'll see, but yeah, this anime is very standard, nothing really too much going for it, don't really recommend it, but it is cute. Okay, so for do-it-yourself, alright, this is a slice of life anime with engineering waifus. So we're basically in high school so far, and our main girl, her name is Serifu. She like gets injured a lot, like falls, goes on her bike. So one day her bike broke down when she was riding to school. So this girl Ray comes in. So then Ray fixes her bike, it's all cool, and then just like skateboards out, goes back to school herself. So then Serifu was like, oh shit, I gotta thank her. So she kind of meets her in the back of the school in like this tool shed. Apparently Ray is a part of the do-it-yourself club, which is like an engineering kind of building club. They kind of like make bookshelves, desks, chairs, a lot of other stuff. So yeah, Serifu wants to thank her, but then like Ray needs 5 club members to join so the club doesn't get shut down. So she kind of gets invited to the club. Serifu doesn't really know if she should because she's like really injury prone. What if she like breaks her hands with hammers and cuts herself? But yeah, she joins the club, and now we gotta find 4 other members to join as well. And her name is kind of a pun because her name is Yuwa Serifu, so it kind of fits in with the title. Do it, Yuwa Serifu.
Do it. Yuaseru.
But yeah, they made that joke. I thought that was pretty funny, the highlight of the anime. But yeah, besides that, it's just like a cute girls doing cute things with engineering waifus. Hopefully we get more club members before the club shuts down, and we'll see what projects these girls work on in the future. Okay, so for I'm the Villainess, so I'm taming the final boss, episodes 1 to 3. So yeah, this is another like otome game-based anime. Basically, if you watch the Doom Flags anime with Katarina, this is very similar. Not exactly the same plotline, but it's like same character design, just like a blue dress girl with blonde hair. And basically she's the villainess, so she kind of has to like change the story a bit so she doesn't die in this world. So I'm not really a fan of it since there's already a similar anime like this, but kind of fitting in with like the shoujo demographic. But yeah, this is how the plot goes. So basically the main girl, she gets like bullied, and then her husbando kind of breaks up with her. So the main girl, Eileen, she eventually goes on her own and dies by the demon lord, who kind of like kills her uneventfully in like the final battle, like off screen. So she's like, no, I can't die off screen, no. So this is what she does. The demon lord is her fiance's brother. So since her fiance broke up with her, let me seduce the brother before he becomes a demon lord, and in profit I get to hang out with my own husbando and I don't die. Yo, win-win. So yeah, she interacts with him, she makes friends with the demons, gets some demon powers, and yeah, she's trying to survive, trying to improve the human demon relationships, and we'll see if she can avoid dying as she kind of navigates herself through the game. But yeah, I probably won't finish this anime because it's so similar to the Doom Flags one that I'm just like, there's too many other better shows to watch this season. Okay, and now we have Shinobi no Ittoki, episode 1. So yeah, this is basically about a ninja named Ittoki. We're in like modern day Japan, basically. One of the main girls, she wears this like black mask in school. So yeah, she's kind of cute, prepared for COVID and hiding her identity to fight off these ninjas. So yeah, the anime's not really kind of interesting so far, but yeah, the concept's like pretty solid, just about ninjas in the real world. So it's kind of like a fight between these two ninja families. Ittoki, his mom kind of hid the fact that he was part of the ninja clan. So he's kind of like living his life as a high school so far. But then one day this girl kind of seduces him. So then he goes to her house and then she's about to fuck him. The thing is, he's like a good-hearted boy. So he's like, oh, we shouldn't do this, you know, maybe I'll get out of here. So then she starts attacking him. And there's like a bunch of like ninjas in her room attacking him as well. So he kind of gets caught unawares, but then like his ninja family follows him. So yeah, one of the girls, Kosetsu, fights off some of the ninjas, and then he just kind of falls off the balcony and gets rescued. There's a lot of like cool badass characters. There's this dude Tokisada who's like the demon. Kosetsu is like a really hot girl with like long hair and a black mask. And yeah, it's like basically kind of like gang wars between ninjas. So then Ittoki is kind of the head of this clan. His mother gives him the rundown, and basically yeah, he has to train, be stronger, and become a leader, and kind of insert himself into this gang war between ninjas. It's pretty funny so far. I think this anime is gonna keep a balance between school life and then like fighting ninja battles, so I think that's pretty solid. But yeah, overall this anime doesn't seem too interesting, a bit tropey. So yeah, maybe check it out. It's gonna be a quick 12 episode show, so it might be worth watching in the future. And also let's quickly talk about some other shows. So yeah, the first one is To Your Eternity season 2. So it hasn't aired yet, but it'll air on the 23rd of this month. This story is like very unique, make you feel the feels. There seems to be some big battles stirring up, and then yeah, we'll see what's gonna happen. One thing that's kind of interesting is that yeah, this is gonna have 20 episodes similar to last season. I think I had like 21, but it's made by a totally different studio. So this one's made by Studio Drive, but the other one was made by Brain Space. So I don't really have any problems with it because the trailers look pretty solid. Hopefully nothing too tragic happens this season, but yeah, I'm betting that I'm gonna cry in about a few weeks. After that, there's Akiba Maid War. So, okay, background, we're in 1999, so we're back in the day. Maid cafes were running deep and rampant. There's this girl that's starting to work at the cafe, like she just visited the city, Akihabara, and now it's like a fast-paced, like hard-working life. A lot of like random shit happens. So I guess it's like kind of a realistic look at like maid cafes, but with like, you know, anime twists and fan service and stuff. But yeah, this anime is like kind of crazy, so I didn't really know where to put it to talk about it. So yeah, just quickly mention it. So we have extra seasons of shows I didn't really catch up to yet. So we got Welcome to Demon School, Iruma-kun season 3. After that, this Golden Kamuy season 4. So it's pretty deep. This anime is so unique. Just like, it does not feel like an anime. It feels like a cowboy western Tarantino film. Just like these dudes searching for gold. I'm up to the second season halfway, so I didn't even reach the third season yet. But yeah, I gotta keep watching it. It's so unique in anime. There's like so many plot twists you don't really expect. There's not really the common tropes. It's like it got its own tropes out here. And we got the main character, Jotaro ripoff Sugimoto. So we do got 2 immortal beings this season, maybe more. Okay, so we got Yama no Susume, Next Summit. So it's kind of like a long-running series. It's like season 4 of it, I think. So middle schoolers just doing their thing, camping outdoors, climbing mountains and stuff. So yeah, pretty solid. Also, we have More Than a Married Couple, but not lovers. Fuufu, Ijou, Koibito, Miman. So yeah, it's like a high school romance show. I don't really know what it's going for, but I guess it's kind of cute. Basically, the plot line is that there's a class. It's like a hentai plot line where they are kind of studying to be families, and you have to like practice living as a couple. So probably not having sex, but yeah, cooking, studying, living together, I guess. So yeah, definitely a very degenerate story. I'm not going to recommend it to people, but yeah, I'm kind of curious, so I'll give it like a few episodes to kind of like see what it's got. I've somehow gotten stronger when I improve my farm-related skills. Yo, we got another cultured individual farming. He got no time doing adventure skills. He's just chilling slice of life farming, but he maxed out his farming level. So yeah, the title is basically the anime. He's just so good at farming, but apparently apparently maxing out his farming skill just makes him super overpowered. So yeah, he turned into the one vegetable man, and it looks like he's gonna get like a party of girls hanging out with him and probably go on farming adventures as well as killing all these monsters. And now we got a moral guild. Yeah, this guild is so immoral. It's basically kind of like a fantasy show again, where it's basically like a hentai. So this dude, he's just like really strong, but he kind of trained his whole life, his whole teen years, so he wants to kind of retire now. So the thing is, the people in his party are just like fan service animal girls, and they're just in like too many hentai slime situations. So yeah, definitely a very degenerate anime. But hey, if you don't care about the story, just want some fan service in a fantasy setting, this might be for you. There's also Peter Grill and the Philosopher's Time. So the second season of this hentai show, I'm not gonna talk about it, but yeah, it's kind of like a funny hentai show where the main character is name's Peter. Yeah, if you've seen the first season, you've probably seen like the kind of pink orc girls and like the amount of like big titties. So yeah, this is just like a hentai straight up. I don't really recommend it. It's pretty trash. And there's also Pop Team Epic Season 2. So it's just like a comedy anime, like cute kind of art style. I'm probably not going to check it out that much, but if you need a comedy anime, this one's right here. We got Muv-Luv, the second season. So I thought the first season was like pretty bad, but it's kind of like a visual novel based show. It has our main character kind of doing time travel stuff to save the world. He has like his whole harem of girls. It's kind of mecha themed as well. There's also Urusei Yatsura. So I don't really know too much about this anime, but I think it's like just a shonen with this like alien girl with like a bikini. Like, yeah, I saw the trailer. It's like pretty hot. And it's probably gonna be a lot of episodes. It's by David Production, so I'm definitely trying to check it out. And finally, there's Berserk, the Golden Age Memorial Edition. So yeah, Golden Age, best era of Berserk, no cap. But yeah, rest in peace, Mira. They're probably like doing this as a tribute. Rewatching Berserk, this is the CGI version of the anime. I saw the first episode. It's not too bad. Like Guts meeting all the people in the Band of the Hawk, meeting Griffith and all that stuff, seeing Casca. But yeah, this is the unpopular CGI anime. It's just like a bit painful to watch. It's probably condensed into TV version. They might add some new things. So yeah, definitely a very cool anime. And that seems to be it for this season. Thank you for watching. I don't know how many shows I reviewed out here. Probably like 20 around there. So all you gotta know, Chainsaw Man, burr. And after that, Spy Family's really cute. So yeah, part 2, really excited. The shows this season are very top heavy. It's so stacked, it feels like. Mob Psycho as well, Bleach, My Hero, all these isekais. The cute girls doing cute things, genre stacked as well. The Alchemist anime, as well as Bocchi the Rock. A lot of continuations for other seasons. Gundam's insane. So yeah, summarizing this video, this season is OD. Just watch any anime you could get your hands on and you'll be entertained. Also, JoJo Part 6, the final part, I think, coming out December 1st on Netflix. So yeah, get prepared for that as well. So yes, thank you for watching. Hope the video wasn't too long. And yeah, let me know if you got this far, what your favorite animes this season is. I'm excited to hear your opinions. Goodbye. That is it for week 1 of fall anime.